What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 7 of Talks for the People, the episode where we're going to wing it tonight. We've got a few talking points, but we're going to wing it. Steve and Cody, how y'all doing this week?
Doing good, man. It's good to see you. You were gone for a few days, so
I enjoyed
good to
my
see you
time off.
again.
I myself am doing very well. This weekend was a success. Oh man,
We will definitely talk about that later because me and you
we were
actually had
stealing.
our families actually had breakfast together Saturday morning, and you were fully prepared for an ass whooping.
Ready for it. No courtesy spit either. I, I
So
thought that was done.
we'll save the football talk for the end of the episode because I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but Cody's got some big news for us too on that front with his team. So we'll get to all that later. I know Cody, you had a few things that you wanted to talk about to start this week off. We starting with Burns, or you want to go over this other thing you sent me right before we started?
Sure. Had a friend of mine, an old teammate from when I was in college, gave us or text me this week about some unrelated stuff to the show, but then he made a made a comment about it Burns' biscuits. I said, "So, have you been watching the podcast?" And he said, "Yeah." He
Right.
subscribed to us on iTunes. So I
Awesome.
want to give a shout out to Chase Kennedy. So
I've,
here's
I've
a
got.
funny. Let me tell you a funny story about Chase real quick before you put that picture up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll pull it back down real quick and we'll put it right back up.
Oh, is it going up?
Yeah, I've got it up.
Oh, that's fine. You can leave it up.
Okay, there we go.
So Ch- Chase started a year after I did, and I was a sophomore when he came to A&M on the golf team, and the first time I met his mom, well, we were at our first tournament of the year, and so me and Chase apparently look a lot alike. So in that picture you're looking at, uh, y'all try to figure out which one I am. But so I remember I was standing like on the putting green or something, and this lady, I didn't know who she was at the time. She walking up to me, and just starts talking to me, and I turn around and she's like, she kind of gives you one of these like, "You're not Chase." And I was like, "No, ma'am, I'm Cody's." It was hilarious. We laughed about that forever after that. His parents are the sweetest people, and Chase a good friend of mine, extremely good golfer. I wish I was half as good as he was. But anyways, that's a picture of a. I think we were in Tunica, Mississippi, at Tunica National. I think we won that tournament. That's what that
So
picture.
I don't see it. What,
Uh,
Alan? Can you?
yeah, it's the one he sent you in text message. We played around with it, and because of the overlay that we use for the YouTube video, I can't put it on there. But he sent it to us in text message. Did he not?
Gotcha.
It's
I'm
Yeah,
guessing you're on the
I've
far
played
left,
more.
yeah. I said far. I say far left as well.
but the middle is the Stacy.
Hmm.
Does that sound about right? Your buddy's in the middle,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're on the far left.
Yeah. I think so. If I remember right. Yeah.
I feel
Okay.
good about it.
We do we not look a lot alike, especially at the end?
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. But anyway, so just want to give a shout out to Chase. He's a good guy, and appreciate you listening, buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. Spread the word. Get more of your buddies listening. We appreciate it.
So anyway, I've been wanting to do this for a few weeks, and I just couldn't fit it in or didn't remember. But something that really burns my biscuits is when they remix songs. So you hear a really good song on the radio, which is hard to find these days unless it's on the classical, classic rock station or something like that. This new music today is terrible. But anyway, you finally hear one that's good, and then all of a sudden they put this stupid ass drum mix on top of it. It's ruined. It's terrible. Now, I mean, I get there's a time and a place for it. If you're in the club, that's great. Dance your heart away. If I'm in my damn car, I don't want to hear that stupid ass drum mix on top of the song. Is that bother y'all, or is that just
No, I get it. A lot of times, and the thing is, there's a lot of industrial artists, a la Nine Inch Nails and bands like that, who will end up doing their own remixes. And I have found out that if it's an artist own rendition of a remix, it's not always horrible. But there's a reason that that's not the one that they released as the main track.
Is
And
it the remix to Ignition, Hot and Fresh Out the Kitchen?
No, I do like that song. But I don't think that's a remix.
So I'm not gonna lie, as you were describing your frustration with it, you reminded me of a scene from Lord of the Rings where Gollum was trying to make a stew and they were putting potatoes in it. And Gollum was like, "You stupid fat hobbit says you ruined it." Oh, oh.
how did this talk about remixes make you think of Lord of the Rings?
No, so it was when they were making the stew, Gollum was highly ticked off. It was like, "What are you doing? You're ruining it." And I feel Cody has that same vibe with remixes, like, "You're ruining this song for me." Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and
Why did we get there? That's awesome.
but
This
yeah,
is
no,
why we do this. This is fantastic.
I feel you though. I'm torn on it though. I'm not always a big fan of it, but it makes it a little more tolerable to me. Like if you listen to Rob Zombie's Lost Sexor White Zombies album, actually Rob Zombie's first band, they have Los Sexorcisto music album, and the second, I believe it's the second part of the album is all remixes. Like, but it's remixes that he did with his band and other producers. Are they as good as the original versions? No, I don't think so. But they never got the main play. But the stuff you're talking about, I get it. It's not good. Like, there's a reason that wasn't how the song was released. So
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not a big fan of them myself.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they put it on the radio. I mean,
Yeah.
just play it in the clubs and wherever, that's fine. But on radio, play the real thing.
And I tell you this, I think it's very fair to compare remix songs to Coleslaw. It's either garbage or heavenly. There's no in between. There's no like that remix is all right. It's either wow, that remix is straight trash, or yo, this remix is the best. You know what I mean?
Did you eat a bag of mushrooms before the show? How did you get? How did you get the coleslaw?
It's a comparison. Because you know good and well that you don't go to a restaurant and there's ever all right coleslaw. You either take a bite of it and you're like, wow, this is the worst coleslaw ever, or this coleslaw is amazing. There's no in between. Kind of like remix song. There's no remix song. It's like, well, it's all right. I mean, it's not that far off from the original. It's either they take the original and soar with it, or they bury that mother sucker in the ground as deep as it'll go.
I don't know. That mango coleslaw we had while we were in Destin was pretty damn fire, and I mean that stuff. I don't think I've had a slaw yet that hits it, and I usually don't like fruit and savory crap, but that was good.
But that's to my point. It's like you won't find a medium like, it's all right. It's either super good or super trash. And I think remix songs kind of follow that line. There's no happy median. It's just like it's great or it's bad.
I tell you, got some super trash coleslaw is shrimp basket. Have y'all had their slaw there?
With those little trashy shrimps that are like
Yes, the little shrimpy shrimps. Yeah,
Ew. No.
they harmed innocent baby shrimp to make that.
that's right. Let them grow up, be big shrimp. Then
I mean, let's. My last part on the song remixes, though. I mean, we got to be in full transparency. Y'all know what type of music I mainly listen to, and for the audience that doesn't know, I mean, I like the music as heavy as as heavy as you can get it. You know, they don't make a lot of remixes of. You know, they don't make a lot of remixes out of stuff like
Well,
that.
I was gonna say, let's be honest though. Miley Cyrus is finna recover.
Okay, hold on. Now
So-
listen.
I
I'm
might trash that up.
I'm gonna admit something on this podcast that I can't believe I'm going to admit. Number one, I'm terrified. I'm terrified of her doing a Metallica cover album. I'm terrified of it. However, word got around that she did a pop rock album. So curiosity got the best of the cat. And I listened to the new Miley Cyrus album from top
Oh, that's so cute.
from top to bottom. I'm sad to report that it's not complete trash.
Well,
it's actually mediocrely decent. Like it's like a slightly softer version of Hellstorm. Like it's not horrible. Like it's still Miley Cyrus, and I mean she's a heck of a lot hotter in my opinion than her musical ability lends to her. But like she's the new album is not. It's not horrible. It's not trash. I'll put it that way. It's not something I'm going to listen to every week, but the album is not trash.
fingers crossed that she doesn't completely and utterly butcher Metallica.
Oh, she will.
I already don't have super high expectations for her, but if she ruins Metallica, and I am not a metal listen to her,
No.
but if she ruins Metallica,
We already
I'll
have a preview.
understand.
We already have a preview of how this is going to go, and you can go check this out after the podcast. Another musician that I'm a fan of, mainly because she's gorgeous, is now my mind just went blank. Skater Boy, Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne covered Metallica once in front of Metallica.
Ooh. Oh my!
After the podcast, I want you to search MTV icon Metallica Avril Lavigne.
Well, that's all right.
And Avril covers
Memorized.
Avril covers Fuel. And for what it's worth, they had a whole bunch of artists covering Metallica that night. So like Limp Bizkit did Sanitarium. Sum 41 did I can't remember what song Sum 41. Sum 41 did a song. Avril Lavigne covered Fuel. So I mean, you can go watch a bunch of, and that's honestly what I imagine her cover album sounding like. Is a hodgepodge of that. So in other words, not good, but it's gonna piss a lot of Metallica fans off. I know that for sure.
So was the rock album you listened to from Miley, was it more The Climb or Wrecking Ball?
More like the chorus of Wrecking Ball. Like it had guitars behind it. Like she used a band in the studio. I did my research. She used a band in the studio. It's like I said, have you ever listened to Hellstorm?
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine a slightly watered down version of Hellstorm. She's still going for she's still a pop artist. She's still going for radio play. So imagine a watered down version of Hellstorm. Like I said, it's not great. It's not album of the year. It's not something I'm going to listen to weekly even. But being an honest musician and giving it a fair chance, all I'm saying is that it wasn't trash.
Cool. Well,
Fair enough.
my burns my biscuits. I have two of them this week. The first one is Christmas tree lights. Why would anyone in their right mind think it's all right to make a strand of Christmas tree lights where if one bulb goes out, the whole freaking row goes out? And there's no way to find out until you pull a bulb out and put a fresh one in, each one until the strip comes back on. Whoever invented that needs to be kicked directly in the eye socket. That I just like that's so gross. And the reason it burns my biscuits so bad is because my Christmas tree is up right now. The top is lit, the bottom is lit, the middle is dark because one freaking bulb is out. I'm fired about it.
Sometimes it's in your best interest to go spend $5 on a new string of lights than to let it get you that upset.
But that's the thing, though. Since it's in the middle of the tree, I gotta take all of them down to fix it, whether I buy a new strand or not. So
Wait a minute. It's not a 3 strands hooked together. It's all one strand, but only the middle is out.
no, it's 3 strands hooked together, but it's the middle strand.
Yeah.
So I have to find the middle strand and then unwrap it all the way around and then put a new strand in the middle. Either way, I gotta take them all down because I have the ornaments and stuff up like that too. So I can't just rip the lights out.
Oh, you got the ornaments already up too.
Yeah, God,
Yeah,
what a jerk! Who invented that? Stupid. And then my second thing is that if y'all see me scratching, I don't have face crabs. I promise. I am in the itchy stage of regrowing my beard back after starburns. So this itch,
Keeping it was an option.
it's it's so bad. Like, it itches all the time. So give me another week or two and it'll be fine. But it really burns my biscuits how you get to that medium stage and it's nothing but face crabs. You're always wanting to itch your face because it feels so bad. But that's my second one that burns my biscuits. But hopefully I'm actually cutting this off to donate it. I'll be my quote unquote normalcy. Y'all have only seen me like this, our viewers, because our first episode was me with long hair. Takes about 1.5 years to grow out, but personal story. I support donating to cancer, so I'll grow my hair out long enough, snip it off, send it to Wigs for Kids. They give wigs away for kids that have problems, so it helps them out, and then I usually donate about $100 to a random cancer society that helps. So I'll be cutting this off, and the beard will be growing back in and going back to the norm for myself, anyhow.
And
As normal as I can be.
For those of y'all that don't know, that is why I'm growing my hair out as well. We decided to do this together at the beginning of this year. We both had fresh cuts, and neither one of us has touched it. I am going to be holding on to mine a little bit longer. It's been a long time since I've had long hair. I have missed my long hair, so I will be holding on to mine for a little bit longer. But rest assured, when that time does come to get rid of it, mine will be being donated to Wigs for Kids as well to support that cause. There's a lot of things I follow throughout the year, look at throughout the year, help out with throughout the year, and no kid or family should have to go through that. So if I can help them out by just cutting my hair, then that costs me literally. And a lot of the barber shops that you go to or places that help you do this, when they find out what you're doing, half of them don't even charge you for the haircut either. So I mean, it's literally cost you nothing to support a cause like that.
Yep.
So you got long hair and you're thinking about cutting it, consider that. It will help a lot of people out.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all doing that. That's amazing. If my hair would grow, I would do the same thing, but it just don't grow.
Well, you don't have hair here? Most guys that don't have hair up top, they grow it in other places. So it's either in your butt crack or your chest. I'm just saying.
What if you got both?
It grows from the butt crack to the chest?
Whew.
I'm just saying there's a possibility that I've got a very hairy ass. All right, I don't really have a burns my biscuits this week. Nothing that has really stood out to me. But Stephen and Cody were discussing something in Discord earlier this week, and I want to see where we go with this one. What are some big and small problems that people have to deal with?
So
Well, I don't remember what made me think of this exactly, but I thought we could share with each other maybe some things that the others don't know that may be something you have to deal with on a daily basis. And what I'm referring to is a bigger fella like myself, Mr. Husky, and you two are kind of the smaller versions of me. So anyway, there might be some things that are kind of funny that somebody like myself has to deal with that y'all may just not understand,
I get cold
or and
easy.
vice versa.
I get cold easier.
well, and I'll say this. So I would like to believe, at least I am athletic, but I've had friends that have a very similar stature as me. And I think a common misconception is when you see somebody my size, you think they can run. That's not true. So being small does not mean you can run. Just, I need to put that out there.
Sounds
Well,
to me like you were never chased as a child.
Not by anything fast enough, anyhow.
I'm kind of the opposite of that. I'm faster than most people think I am, or at least I
Hey, there you go.
used to be anyway. I haven't ran with that much of a purpose in a while.
Well, I think you have a little practice, don't you? Your side gig has you running at least 3 months of the year, once a week, right?
Yeah, I'm 3 months of the year I run a little bit. Other than that, it is a brisk walk for myself.
Well,
or if you're playing football with Steven at work, then you got to try and run and catches passes that are nowhere near you.
Yeah, when he sends the beef bus over my head, I can't catch.
well, I will say this: when it regards big to small people problems, or in my case, I believe it's a benefit because being a small person, there are some things that people encounter where there's nothing on the planet that is going to get you to the size you need to, say, fit in a ventilation shaft. If you're a big person, getting in there is not going to happen. But in my particular case, on the flip side, for bigger people or taller people, I don't quite myself have that strength or that height, but they make things that could get me there. So being smaller and having the ability to get something to help me, I'm fine with. But like, we work with a guy named Zach. He is a lot taller than me. And I told him, I was like, you being as tall as you are not going to fit in that same area that I'm going to fit in. And there's nothing that's going to change that for you. But if I need to get up somewhere high, I'm going to grab a ladder. So I think it is a huge benefit to be small and use things to help you in that case. I've always thought it to be a benefit. But then again, strength isn't something that I was born naturally with. I'm sure Cody could overpower me with no problem and poke me in the face, whatever he wanted to do. But it has its disadvantages for sure.
That's only with the lights off, buddy.
Oh, I tell you what, though, when you brought this conversation up, the first thing I thought about was going back. Was it last week or the week before when you had brought up your burns my biscuits regarding the bathroom stalls? So the problems you have,
That's right.
those toilet paper dispensers and the jerks who install them like in your lap.
Like you guys installed those. That's what I was getting at.
But I just it is annoying, but it's not as big as a problem for me being a smaller person.
Yeah, that's annoying.
That's the fact that it's not a problem for me.
No, the whole thing.
Oh, just checking.
Now,
No,
correct me if
Oh,
I'm
go ahead,
wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's only one major. When the first thing that popped into my head when you brought this up, does it? And I just want to know: does it take bigger people longer to use the restroom because it takes longer to wipe your butt?
What kind of question is that?
I don't know, Alan. Next time, come in there. We'll time it.
Go.
Pop squat.
I mean,
You can have the rocker.
it's an innocent question. I mean,
I think that if we're going to settle it, I don't think we should put it on a timer. I think you should both poop at the same time and race to see who can finish wiping first.
Well, anyway, so some of the stuff I had that maybe smaller people don't have an issue with. I think the biggest thing for a bigger person is swamp ass. Now, do y'all know what swamp ass is?
Oh yeah, it's that
yes.
muddy feeling you get between your butt cheeks when you're sweating.
Well, see, now that's a skinny person answer. So, so a big person answer is it's in your damn thighs, where your thighs rub together.
It's like the swamp after a rain. It like expands to other parts.
Oh, it's all over.
It gets your lower back too.
It's a swampy mess.
Oh.
It's, I'm telling you, it's brutal. And me playing 4 years of high school golf and 4 years of college golf, we walk. You know, we don't get to ride. We always walk. And of course, everywhere we go, it's 100 degrees. So, as a large person, Gold Bond is your best friend.
I was about to ask if you carried a thing of Gold Bond or baby powder in your golf bag. Be like,
It's brought to you by Gold Bond. So, yeah, so a Gold Bond, Destin, baby powder, whatever you can get.
I got another question for you, Cody. You played golf. You play golf a lot. Have you ever made use of one of those little golf clubs that are meant for discreet pissing on the golf course? Look this thing up. This will change your life because you like to golf. You can buy a golf club that fits in your golf bag, but the top of it screws off and it's wide enough for you to actually put your penis in, and it's got like your hand towel that you wipe your hands off with before you like swing. It goes over the club so you can whip your pee-pee out the little zipper hole, put it in there, and you pee, and then you can screw the lid back on, put the golf club back in your bag. You never had to get off the green off the hole.
So is there a hole at the bottom where it just drips out the bottom, or you just screw it back on and
you have to empty it later? Yeah. You just fill the club up.
I'd usually just go find a tree or the ditch or somebody else's ball. You know,
I don't know how I feel about that one, but I have seen the one that's like a golf club liquor flask.
Yeah.
I've seen one where you can keep a large sum inside. You just unscrew the club, you turn it up. Yeah.
Look, okay. Since we're on this topic right now of urinating devices and how to do it in public easier, I saw this device one time. Had me cracking up, y'all. Have y'all ever heard of the Shiwi?
Yes. It's like a woman funnel.
The top of the funnel is shaped to perfectly fit a woman, so that if she doesn't want to sit down at like a public restroom or nothing, because I've heard a lot of girls like pop a squat, they're scared to let their shit touch anything, so they can just hold this there, and it that way they can just stand up like a man and urinate without having to sit down on anything.
This is definitely, these things are amazing topics for another day where we could just do a collection of interesting inventions.
I think we should, definitely put a pin in that one.
We'll chalk that down. I like that.
Well, here's the thing: are they hovering or levitating?
When they're using the Shiwi?
No.
When they're not touching
women in general, they hover in public bathrooms.
I think the thing is they would rather wash their hands than their butt and vajayjay area. So like they're like this, and they're holding on to the back of the toilet. I've never actually witnessed it. I just know they don't like it touching the.
You didn't. Well, wait a minute. Y'all are skinny now. Y'all didn't crawl through the ventilation shaft like on what movie was that? Not another teen movie.
No.
This makes me. What does he say? This makes me happy in pants. It just starts blowing it up.
Here you go. Here you go. Girls, let us know below. Do you squat or you hover?
Levitate.
Levitate or do you balance yourself and worry about washing your hands?
You never know. I mean, some of them might be like little Hermione Grangers, and they just might hop in the stall and Wingardium Leviosa themselves. And next thing you know, they're sitting there Indian style in midair, just taking the tinkle.
Like a genie.
Okay, that imagination got too wild.
All right, something else that bigger folks struggle with are booths in restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Especially the ones where the table's planted, like it's bolted into the floor. There's no wiggle room.
And I've recently discovered that that there is a real thing to actually be scared of booths.
Really?
The phobia, yeah.
Okay, we looking this up.
Like I don't think I have that necessarily, but I do. I would much rather sit at a table.
That makes sense.
Because some booths, I mean, understandably so. I mean, not everybody is, there's probably more people smaller than me than there are me or bigger. So you gotta,
Well, so
go with the majority.
So this might not hit Alan because Alan, you're 6 foot, right?
Right at, yeah.
So, and small people, I'm not looking at just size, but also height. Me at a concert would freaking suck because I can't see over anybody in front of me.
That's why we're just gonna get you in the. That's why we're gonna get you in a mosh pit.
I mean, I'm not super short. I'm 5'7". I mean, I'm not like a dwarf or anything. But when I go to a concert, and majority of the population there is like 6 foot tall, well, I got another 3 to 5 inches depending on who they are. I'm like, look, bro. Especially if they want to decide, you know what, I'm going to this concert with a mohawk. It's like, well, there's another 5 foot I can't see over, jerk.
my wife is she completely understands what you're going through, Stephen, because my wife is every bit of 5 foot. And she, bless her heart, every time we go see a concert, somebody that's 6'8", the one guy that's at the show that's like 6'8" is going to be in front of her.
Well, and it's like, so I've only been to like 2 or 3 concerts, but it's like, so I go to Disney and they do street shows and stuff like that,
right?
And everybody circles around in the street, and I always hear, "Did you see that?" And I'm like, "Well, no, he's in my way." Like, dude, if you were 6'2", I will punch you in the back of the head. Don't sit down.
Stephen, if you and me ever go together, I'll hold you up on my shoulders where you can see.
Oh.
I'll tote you around. I'll get you a papoose or something. Well,
can you bring me to the concert in a red flyer wagon?
Whatever you want, buddy.
Yes.
Nice. Cody, we got to get you to go with us. I've already convinced Steven to go to whenever the world gets back to normal and we get a metal show here in Birmingham, Steven's coming with me.
Yeah. We're looking for a Zabrambi concert.
Or Attila. Or
Sex party with the dope. I love that song. I've never even listened to their music, but I like that song.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, the only other one I had on this topic was stadium seats.
No, that's a pro and a con, because like we were supposed to go see Slipknot this year. Fail 2020. Fuck you. But the seats we had, Steven was not gonna have any. I've been to hundreds probably of concerts at Oak Mountain Amphitheater. So I think stadium seating can be a pro and a con. I can see how their size may affect larger people, but it also, if you're shorter as well, then you don't necessarily have the whole 6 foot person in front of you issue.
Yeah. So the issue for us is that you got a 2 foot wide. I'm just throwing numbers out here. You got a 2 foot wide seat. You're trying to put something 3 foot wide in there.
It's like, excuse me, sir,
what I have to
I'm not
do-
buying 2 seats for this caboose, okay?
So what you have to do is you sit at the very edge of the seat and you scoot back. You got to scoot back into the seat, and then God forbid you got to get up if somebody scores a touchdown. Your favorite song comes on, you got to get up. Oh hell, here we go again. You got to get up, and when you got to start the whole process over again.
Or somebody else down the road tries to pass you to go to the restroom.
Oh God, that makes me so. That's gonna be a Burns one week. Like, just sit your ass down. Why did you drink 6 cups of coffee before you come to the concert?
We
If you don't have the bladder for 8 beers, don't drink them.
If you haven't got a bad bladder, get on there early and get a freaking seat by the stairs.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry.
That's
Anyway,
excellent.
I thought that would be interesting. So
I feel
Yeah.
now
good.
I know what we go through.
Now I know y'all also wanted to bring up music again. I promise it won't get as heated as last week.
So it just hit me, and this is always a fun conversation for people to talk about one-hit wonders or no-hit wonders if you're Nickelback. But you take Oppa Gangnam Style, like, holy crap, that's not even an American song. Can y'all imagine how the top song in the United States is Korean?
Can you do the dance?
No, I can't. I'm not a dancer. But that song it was huge. Everybody listened to it.
Okay, here we
We
go.
had never heard from that guy before or after, along with songs like Ice Ice Baby. Everybody knows that song, but for people who aren't fluently into music, if you said, "Hey, name another song from Vanilla Ice," a majority of people probably couldn't.
Ninja
Or maybe
Rap.
it's me. Maybe I'm just real shite with music.
Ninja Rap.
Huh?
The Ninja Rap from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Yes.
Go
That
Ninja, go Ninja, go, go Ninja.
I think I had one more. What was it? Oh, Who Let the Dogs Out?
Were you like
Who let the
5 when that song came out?
Huh?
Were you like 5 when that song came out?
No, I was 6. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think I was in middle school. So I was in my maybe probably 12, 13, something like that.
I know I've got like 6 years on y'all, and they were playing that when I was going to the roller skating rink.
Before or after, never heard from that group again.
Here, let's
just
play a
think
fun game real quick. How many views do you think the official Gangnam Style video currently has on YouTube? This is not counting like people who re-uploaded it or things that are labeled as original video. I'm talking about the video uploaded by the musician's page. How many views do you think that video has?
I am shooting for 4.8 million.
Cody?
Oh, it's more than that. It's got to be. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like 350 million.
y'all want
Oh,
to take
it is.
y'all want to take second guesses? Y'all both way the hell off.
Okay.
On the low side, y'all are both way off.
Yeah, so I'm going with 2 billion.
Cody?
I feel like we're playing Rook here. We're bidding.
One more guess.
All right, I'll go Price is Right on you here. I'll go 2.1 billion.
3.8 billion views. And that's on like I said, the artist's YouTube channel. The 2 videos below it are labeled as a official music video, and one of them has 121 million views, and another one has 11 million views, and that's not the official videos.
So, but to my point, one hit wonders. I mean, what does that guy even do now? Did he really just be like, hey, sit down in the studio and say, hey guys, I have something for you that's gonna make us all filthy rich, and we only got to work like 10 days, and they make this music video, and he never makes another song again. He probably didn't even have an album. He made one song to get rich and was done. I mean, I know that's not true, but I can imagine it because you've never heard of the guy again. And for some reason, it came from Korea, and we all ate it up.
Well, he's made a killing just on sponsorships and stuff like that,
Oh my
Right?
and
God.
commercials and whatnot.
Okay, I'm going off track here. We can keep talking about this one hit wonder stuff, but speaking of which, I mean, this may be considered a one hit wonder. I just pulled up most popular YouTube videos based on total global views as of November 2020. What do y'all think this is all time. What do y'all think the number one all time music video on YouTube is?
Thriller.
That's a good guess. I am going to. Can you give me a hint? Is it male or female?
I don't know. It's new.
I need all the help I can get, man.
It's
new?
It's new.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Beatles. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my real answer. It's new.
It's not an art. You will get credit if you name the song. You're not going to get the artist.
I don't even know what's new. I don't listen to anything new. It's everything new sucks. Is it by Post Malone?
No.
Wait. Is it that song where they're on the wall and the shapes are moving?
No. I'm going to blow
You know
y'all's
what I'm
mind.
talking about? That's a cool video.
I'm going to blow y'all's mind with this one. With 7.05 billion views. Baby Shark.
Ah, God.
Closely followed up by Despacito with 7.04 million views.
Despacito was good. I enjoyed that one. God, sure. God. Yeah. Whatever. We need to change topic before I get upset. That was
So I looked up some. Thought about a few one-hit wonders. I came up with a few of them.
Look,
Huh?
we're gonna turn this into a short little game. Y'all's most popular one-hit wonders, and then I'm gonna find the official video from the artist on YouTube, and we're gonna try and see how many views it has. Just quick fire, not long thinking. We won't drag it out.
What are your songs, Cody?
Edwin McCain. I'll be your dying shoulder.
I'll be your dying shoulder.
Crying.
I worked for his wife. Wait. It wasn't his wife. It wasn't his wife. Cody, me and you've had this conversation. Who is it that I told you I worked for his wife? Oh, well, we won't drag that out right now. I'll remember it right after we quit recording, like I usually do.
I'm going to go with 2.3 million views.
I don't know.
22 million views.
Well, I don't see some of these. I don't know if they have a video.
They may not.
Some other ones I have for one hit wonders was the Starland Vocal Band.
Is it one hit wonder?
They sing Afternoon Delight.
That's the first one. That's the first song. I don't remember this song. What is this?
What?
I don't know this song.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think I know this song. Hold on.
Have you seen Anchorman?
Yes.
They sing in Anchorman. They're when they're in the when they're in the office and it's it's Will Ferrell and I don't know the other three guys. I can't remember those actors' names. They start singing the song. Anyway, I can't believe And when you hear it, you'll know what it is for sure. How about Looking Glass with Brandy? It's a one-hit wonder.
Now, you talking about like Brandy, the actress / singer, right?
No, the band is Looking Glass.
Oh, okay.
Brandy's what they
Song is
drink.
Brandy.
Oh,
Brandy,
man,
you a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. You remember that song?
you're pulling out songs that you should have tried to get me with these because I
That's
don't.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hmm?
That's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Is it?
2. Yep.
I think
That was
I've only seen that one
Star-Lord's
time.
daddy.
Okay.
Well, I know you aren't going to know this one. How about Musical Youth? Past the Dutchie.
Not a clue. You should have played. You should have played our normal game with these songs because I don't.
Oh, I wasted them.
We'll see.
Past the Dutchie was on the Wedding
They're
Singer.
one-hit wonders because I haven't heard of some of these.
The Wedding Singer. One of the scenes where his buddy's driving the limo. That song's playing. He's blaring it in the car. He's trying to act all cool, but that song is not cool.
What do y'all think about bands that are labeled as having one-hit wonders, but in their own respective genre, they were not one-hit wonders? Like, let me tell you what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of people will tell you that, like, Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls is a one-hit wonder. But it's not. They had Black Balloon, they had Slide. That whole damn album was actually a good album. I mean, if you're talking musically, it's not my style music, but musically, that whole album was good. So, I mean, that's considered a one hit.
Who doesn't know music, I would classify a one-hit wonder is you reach out to multiple genres of people, right? So Denver Went Down to Georgia is obviously a country song, but I would be very surprised if you could find somebody on the planet that has never heard that song before or hasn't at least heard the name Devil Went Down to Georgia, right? I'm not a country person. I am not big on country music. It's probably my unpopular opinion, especially living in the South, that I don't like country music. But you can say Devil Went Down to Georgia is a hit because everyone knows it. Ice Ice Baby is another one. And that one falls in the one-hit wonder category because everybody has heard Ice Ice Baby.
And I get that, but my point was like Goo Goo Dolls are not a one-hit wonder band.
I wouldn't think so.
Because now, like, you look at something like Hadaway, What Is Love?
What is love?
Name me one other song that man sang.
I don't know. What isn't love?
I mean, that's a one-hit wonder. Pump Up the Jam by Technotronic. That's a one-hit wonder. I mean, Goo Goo Dolls' Iris is not a one-hit wonder. They actually had they were on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year. They are not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, it might be on that list, but in my opinion, to be a one-hit wonder, you have to have that one song that reaches out to everybody.
Okay, but hear me out. By your definition, Metallica's Enter Sandman is a one-hit wonder.
I don't think so.
Everybody knows that song though. Everybody knows Enter Sandman.
Yes.
Everybody knows it. You can play that one riff. Everybody knows it's Metallica Enter Sandman.
I would agree with that, but I think Metallica is known for several songs, not just the one that blew up.
Well, you could say the same thing for Sweet Home Alabama. I mean, everybody knows that song, but they weren't a one-hit wonder.
No, not at all. Call Me the Breeze, Tuesday's Gone.
So that's also the band that Steven told us was Led Zeppelin.
Didn't they sing Stairway to Heaven?
Who does? Who does, Steven?
Anyways, what's the next topic?
I think it was Cody's turn to give us some rapid fire questions. I'm scared and excited at the same time.
Oh, shit, I forgot all about that. Okay. All right, let's just do this then. Texting or talking? What do you
Texting.
prefer?
Wait, what'd you say, Steven?
Talking.
Texting. I don't want to hear you.
So for mine
My, my,
depends.
my rapid fire takes me to talking, but it depends on the situation. Like if you are just giving me a short answer of like, hey, I did this today, cool, whatever. But if you're trying to make plans with me, I do not want to take an hour and a half to make plans. Just call me and be like, hey, what are you doing this afternoon? Okay, cool. You want to get dinner? Awesome. See you there. I, Talking is way simpler. It gets the job done a lot faster. But if I'm texting and somebody asks, what are you doing? I'm sitting around for an hour and a half wondering, should I leave myself free because Dildo Baggins over here wants to make plans, or is he just being a dick and asking me for no reason? I'd rather him just call me.
Dildo Baggins is definitely a dick. All right. Scale of 1 to 10. How good of a driver are you?
I'm Jeff Ford.
I'm a 12. Nobody else knows how to drive. I'm the only one that knows how on the road.
That's it right there. I'm a Jeff Gordon. I'm the best driver there ever lived. Actually, that'd be more like a what's his name from Talladega Nights?
Ricky Bobby?
Ricky. I'm a Ricky Bobby. I'm the best that ever lived. No doubt about it.
I wake up in the morning, piss excellence.
Big Red. If you don't chew it, then you.
I'm gonna go modest here. I'm gonna go 7.5 for me.
That's respectable.
All right, fill in the blank. Taylor Swift is blank.
Hot.
You stole hot first. She's hot. I mean, she doesn't have that much talent, in my opinion, but she looks good.
Yeah, I was gonna go untalented.
Yeah.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Chocolate.
Lime sherbet.
Is that ice cream?
I don't eat ice cream. I'm lactose intolerant.
I'm going anything with peanut butter.
Okay.
Is double dipping at a party ever acceptable?
No.
Only
have you double dipped at a party?
I have, and it is acceptable if you can get away with it. If you're the only one, if you're the only one currently at that table,
nobody's gonna know.
Nobody, what they don't know doesn't hurt you.
And I'll put it this way. I mean, my version of double dipping is putting the same piece that you bit off of back in.
No, I'm not that much of an asshole. I'll at least turn the chip around.
Yeah,
but.
so I don't think that's double dipping. You are not double dipping is putting.
Like it's still double dipping.
So if you you dip the pretzel and you bite it and you flip it over and you dip the other side, not double dipping.
I think what I've learned here is to not leave out snacks for Alan that involve dipping.
That's probably the best plan. Probably the best plan.
Are lifeguards attractive?
Some of them. I mean, are we talking all lifeguards? Because I mean, look, when we went down to Florida earlier this year, there was this lifeguard in front of us that the girls in front of us thought was really hot, but I didn't want to sleep with him.
I just meant in general, just a lifeguard. Do you think that is an attractive?
I think that falls under the people in uniform loosely, because I think it's their job that is more attractive sometimes than the actual person.
Yeah, I'll put it this way: if there was going to be some role play type stuff, I don't think that position would ever hit the table. Be like, hey, you should dress up like Baywatch, kind of thing. It just, I wouldn't go with the attractive. No.
So,
paper or plastic?
Are we bagging groceries here, or are we talking about paying for food?
Doesn't matter. Just paper or
paper.
plastic.
I'm going to assume we're talking about money and go plastic. I hate carrying cash around.
Anything. It's not money. It's just anything. I'm going paper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this like a scenario like you get to choose one to keep forever, the other one you have to get rid of? Because I'm not wiping my ass with plastic.
I don't know. You could scoop really good and get really clean. Like it'd be like, I mean, it would be a little bit painful, but it would be extra clean.
I cleaned out real good last night, Betty.
Do you currently own any stuffed animals?
No. I had to think. I used to have a stuffed Marvin the Martian. Look at Steven's background. I mean, does that count? I mean, I used to have a stuffed Marvin the Martian, but I don't know where it's at. So I'm gonna say no currently.
How are you gonna ask such a controversial question?
So I'm gonna make a very modest estimate here, and I'm gonna say there is probably 40 to 50 stuffed animals in my house.
Now hold on. Are they yours? Because
Well,
I mean
yeah,
I'm married and have a daughter, so yes, there are countless stuffed animals in this house.
no,
I do not personally own any that I would call mine at this current time.
Personally, I probably have. So like I have a stuffed Ewok, I have a stuffed Goofy. Oh, this one's awesome. I have a stuffed Triceratops that's green.
is
Now,
that from the Toy Story?
No, but I mean I have a few. I don't have an abundance, but I have like 5 or 6. That's
now,
really just neat. They're not
and I
things I
mean,
sleep with.
I
I don't sleep in here, and it's just neat to have.
I've got stuff like this and this, but if we're going strict definition of stuffed animals, me personally, I don't currently own any.
Now I don't think I have any, but my wife probably has 40 to 50 here at the house. It's
Cuddle time.
it's crazy.
My wife still has a bear that I gave her. I don't know if it was her first birthday, our first anniversary of being a couple or whatever. This bear is old. It is barely holding together, and she's never gonna get rid of it.
There's 3 in this room I'm in. 4. Anyway, what is your favorite carnival food or fair food?
Ooh, fair food, like just like so all everything's game. If you buy it at the fair, it's your game.
Yeah.
Street tacos. I go by when they have the fair at Oak Mountain Amphitheater over here. I go to the fair. I don't ride rides. I might ride the Ferris wheel with Zoe, but I don't ride a lot of the rides. I go to the fair to get the freshly made street tacos from Mi Pueblo. It's a local Mexican food world, but they have a stall at the fair where they do all their street tacos like right there in front of you with the pork, chicken, chorizo, and I'll get like 8 or 10 tacos and stuff myself stupid. Like three at a time, and I'll buy 3, walk around looking at everything, come back to that thing, buy 3 more, then we go watch like the animal show or something, then I come back and I get 3 more as we're headed out. Yeah, I love
Stuff.
those.
Oh, the taco today.
You're like tacos.
I, I, I'm a fan
Oh,
of the
you had them
tacos.
back for the tacos again. For me, it's popcorn because I don't care where you go on the shelf in the grocery store, you're not getting popcorn that tastes like that.
No.
Yeah. Mine's probably a corn dog.
Mm.
I love a good corn dog.
I figured that was only LSU stuff.
Now, I will say this: my wife's always gonna pick up a what's the dough squirted in the grease thing? What's that? My mind is going blank today.
Okay.
Funnel cake, yes, and I will grab at least half of it from her. I mean, it's good, but it's not number 1 on my list.
Let's just face it, I
Okay.
don't discriminate against carnival food, so I eat all carnival food.
I'm with you on the popcorn. It doesn't matter where I go, if it's some kind of sporting event or something like the fair.
A
I
good
gotta get popcorn. Yep.
Absolutely.
Gotta try it. See what they got. All right. If you go somewhere where they're making your burrito for you, like Moe's Southwest or any chain place like that, you go black beans or pinto beans.
Black.
Pinto.
I go black. Favorite Harry Potter character?
Hermione's Heine.
Yeah.
Very specific.
I'm going to go with Dobby.
Really?
Dobby's a free elf. Master gave Dobby a sock.
Dobby is a free elf.
Free elf. I don't know. Moaning Merly Martle is pretty entertaining to me as well.
Alan, you know a moaning myrtle, don't you?
Do I? Are you trying to get me in trouble?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Jamie, I'm kidding. Just
very
aggravating him. Mine would probably be Hagrid. No, I like Hagrid. Super Mario Brothers or Zelda?
Super Mario.
If we're going on playtime, Super Mario, but they're both excellent classic titles.
I agree.
Super Mario for me. On that same note, Mario or Luigi?
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you got to go with Mario. Luigi's just the sidekick.
It's funny every time we play the Wii Super Mario Brothers Wii kart where you do the racing, and my wife is always Yoshi. I'm always Mario. She loves Yoshi.
I always love Toad.
I'm always Princess Peach.
I believe it. Because she's a redhead.
That morning or night person?
Night. 100%.
I feel work has made me a morning person, and I'm actually a night person, but probably morning.
I'm a morning person. We went out, I don't know, a couple of years ago for a friend of ours' birthday party. Well, not party, but went out for her birthday. And we left the house at like 9 o'clock to go out, 9 o'clock at night. That was the most miserable night of my entire life. I mean, we had a good time. It was fun, but I was so miserable because, like, that is at 9 o'clock, I'm looking for somewhere to go to sleep.
Oh, no. I'm still wide awake at 9 o'clock, but it's, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be fond of starting my night at 9 o'clock, but if I'm already out, I'm definitely not trying to be home by 9. Like,
True,
no, we're
true.
staying out. We're still going.
And last one here, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Ooh.
You want it to be?
You know what? I think the Cajun in me is coming out. I think it would have to be crawfish etouffee with a good whiskey and Coke.
I'm going to go 15 pounds of crawfish and a case of beer.
Case.
Look, when they flip that switch on me, I'm gonna give them a show.
Take jokes on y'all. I'm freaking dumb.
I'm already fried, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're eating 15 pounds of crawfish. I mean, so
Yeah, I mean, your mouth's definitely numb eating 15 pounds of crawfish. That's
I don't
spicy.
know what I would do. Probably either like 20 pounds of crab legs or maybe a surf and turf.
good surf and turf would be
and big
good.
steak.
All right. Is that all the questions for this week?
That's all I got.
Is that all you got?
Yep.
All right. And I know Cody's not a huge gamer, so I won't spend too much time on this next topic. And this next topic will not have any spoilers if you are currently playing or have not played and do plan on playing this game yet. Spoiler free. But I just wanted to give my take on a game that came out this week. A game that fans of it have been waiting 8 years for. This game was announced in 2012, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. 8 years ago. And that game is, of course, Cyberpunk 2077. Now, just to put this in perspective, this game came out 5 days ago, Wednesday night. You know, for PC users, it came out Wednesday, December 9th at 6 p.m. Central Time. And I have already put close to 40 hours into this game. which I know it was at 26 when I showed you yesterday, Steven. Yes, I'm close to 40 now. This game is
crazy.
This game is amazing, y'all. I know there's a lot of reviews floating around about negative reviews and the gameplay being filled with bugs. And full disclosure, I am on latest hardware as far as graphics cards goes. I am running a NVIDIA RTX 3080. And maybe I'm in the lucky few. I'm not discounting saying that these bugs don't exist, but I have personally experienced very few of them. I think some of the cases, people trying to push the graphics too far for what their system can handle on PC, and I do put a little bit of the blame on CD Projekt Red for releasing it on PS4 and Xbox One, because I have seen those videos, and if you're on the last gen consoles, it does look rough. It does look rough. PS5 and Xbox Series X gameplay, everything's looking good overall. I don't even know what else to say about this. This game is excellent. This game deals with some very heavy stuff. I was talking with Cody beforehand, and like I said, staying spoiler free, there's some stories, some side missions that go so in depth that I have never experienced this amount of feels in a video game. And I've played a lot of video games. There's some they deal with some very, very heavy things, and I mean, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. They deal with everything from suicide to pedophilia in this game, and make you deal with it. When they say it is an adult-oriented game, it is an adult-oriented game. It's fantastic. It's wonderful, and if you're one of these people who's worried about the bugs, give it 6 months. Do not discount the game. Let CD Projekt Red get their bug fixes out. But definitely play this game. It's an excellent game. I'm loving it. These guys unknowingly dragged me off of it to record this podcast tonight. It's an excellent game. I don't want to put it down.
So just to clarify for people who aren't as familiar with it, and I have it actually. I picked it up. I just got it downloaded last night. I haven't played it yet, but from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a lot like a Fallout. It's open world. You interact with people. You do missions, side quests.
Imagine if Grand Theft Auto 5 and Fallout had a baby in 50 years.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's what I figured. So I'm very excited about it. I played Grand Theft Auto growing up, loved it. Fallout I got into later on, loved it. So this should be awesome.
And just to put the map in perspective too, did you play Grand Theft Auto 5, Steven?
Yes, very little, but I played it.
But
the first three for the most part.
But the map size in Cyberpunk is almost. It feels like it's almost double the size of Grand Theft Auto 5, especially when you throw in the fact that you can go inside most buildings.
Okay.
Like, it's massive.
That'll be neat. Since you did it digital, you didn't get some stuff. I got maps and stuff like that came with the hard copy version.
Right.
I'm going to bring them tomorrow and let you see them.
Awesome. All right, but we will go ahead and move on. Once again, if bugs worry you, let the developer do their job. This is a very good developer responsible for the Witcher series. They will take care of their game. Let them get the patches out. Make sure you play this game. It's excellent. We are nearing the end of the episode. There was something we had to pass on last week, and we want to get your opinion on something. We want to know who y'all think has the best fast food french fries.
So, and I know there's more than this, but what brought this up is I saw this on Facebook. I thought it was a very good mixture but there's here in particular, there's 9. Like I said, I know there's a lot more. So if you know of one that's not on the list I'm about to name, kick it down in the comments below. I would love to try it. Who doesn't love fried potatoes? Let's be honest. So I'm willing to try anything. But the list goes as 1 is Chick-fil-A, 2 is McDonald's, 3 is Arby's, 4 is Wendy's, 5 is Burger King, 6 is Five Guys, 7 is Steak and Shake, 8 is Whataburger, and 9 is Checkers. For me, number 9 is the best. They perfected the French fry. Don't mess with it again. It's done. Checkers, Rallies, same company. Boss French fries, the best ever.
For me, I'm gonna go with number 3, Arby's. I love their curly fries. Arby's is the best, but the Checkers Rallies, very close second place for me.
Oh, and mine's flip-flop. Arby's is out of that list second. I really like theirs.
I'd have to go Five Guys. I think the fact that they hand cut them at the store and stuff kind of adds a lot to them. I really like, and they give you a crap ton of them. So they fill the cup up that they come in, pour it in your bag, and fill it up again, and then put it in your
bag. And to go along with that list is Red Robin does unlimited steak fries for theirs. So that's one that's not on the list. And Red Robin, I believe, has the seasoning and stuff they put on theirs too that are very good. So, whoever, if there's more out there that we didn't talk about, definitely drop them in the comments. Let us know what you think. But out of that list, I definitely have to go with Checkers. And even off that list, from what I've tasted, Checkers is my favorite.
Oh, and here's a free unpopular opinion for you. Of those 9, if I was ranking them from best to worst, Chick-fil-A is getting last place.
Oh,
you dirty man!
I mean, McDonald's getting last place for me, but
yeah, McDonald's is last.
No, Chick-fil-A is last place. Not a fan of the waffle fries, but I think it falls in saying like you just brought up Red Robin steak fries. Not a deal maker for me. I don't like steak fries. Too thick.
Well, I will tell you this, and this is, I guess, not so much on the fry topic, but my favorite review ever came from Five Guys. I was living in Auburn, and there's a Five Guys in downtown Auburn, and they have a bulletin board where people can post their, comments, reviews, or whatnot. And somebody wrote a review on that board that said, "I never thought Five Guys would feel so good inside of me." Best review ever.
They really do.
I don't know if it was a guy or a girl who wrote it, but that is probably the best play on words I've ever seen. I laughed so hard. And what made it even worse is that this was in downtown Auburn, like family oriented. It wasn't like, in a bar where kids don't typically go in. They put this sucker right out on the street for everyone to see. And I just sit there and thought, like,
I mean,
wow.
you were in a college town, so
accurate.
So you could say they really do fill that cup up.
But speaking of that college town, Cody, is this good news? Bad news? Y'all looking for a new coach?
I'm indifferent. I mean, we probably need a change, but then again, there's not really anybody to get.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's positive change?
Now, people on this podcast know, people who listen probably know by now that I'm an Alabama fan, but I was looking at the press release where they announced that Malzahn had been let go, and his record didn't look as bad as a lot of people that get fired. So,
and to top it off, his record against Alabama is better than anybody else in the SEC.
Major stuff.
So, but I will tell you this: out of everybody I've seen, I mean, 90% of the people are happy with the let go. I mean, I have a lot of Auburn friends, and most of them are like, "Thank gosh he's gone. He makes stupid decisions." But to your point, Alan, he gets the job done for the most part. Now, in the SEC, underachieving is anything below running for a championship, and he has fallen short of that quite a few times as well on the other debate for it. So, I mean, it is. I can see why Cody is kind of torn with it because, I mean, he manages to beat the rival occasionally, which needs to be done. He runs for a championship occasionally, but at the same time, seasons like this where why do we look the way we do? It's really tough to combat. Well, we beat Alabama last year, but this year we look stupid. So what are we doing?
Well, see, I started out this year saying that I fully believed that no coach would get fired this year. Given all the circumstances, I didn't think any coach would get fired, and now we've had 2 in the SEC alone.
3.
3? Who was the third? I know we had Muschamp and we got Malzahn.
Mason last week.
Oh, that's right. Vandy fired their coach. So we've had 3 in the SEC alone, and God knows what else is going to happen now that quote-unquote regular season over. Which, let me bring this up real quick. I don't... And this is going to sound bad coming from me to fellow Alabama fans, but y'all know me, and y'all know I'm an honest Alabama fan. And it might have sat different with y'all because y'all are LSU and Auburn fans respectively. But did it sit weird with y'all when they were harping on the fact that Alabama is the first team to go undefeated 10-0 in a conference-only schedule? And it's like, well, no shit, because it's never been done before. Like the season has never been done before.
Yeah.
There's never been
hasn't presented anybody else.
The opportunity has not existed. So don't. We had an undefeated season. You can say that. Whoopee. Other teams have done it before. It's good. I'm proud of Alabama this year. We did do it against 10 conference opponents. But I think the point they should just leave it at the fact that it was an undefeated season. They don't need to harp so much that we're the first team to do it when the opportunity has never existed before.
Well, and you look in the future, and somebody might write that down in a record book, first team to win 10 conference games. But, of course, everybody knows there's going to be that asterisk. Only played conference games. Well, duh. So it's... I think kind of sitting on that is kind of silly because it makes no sense.
And to cover one more thing tonight, LSU pulled a win. Look, let's be honest. They pulled this win straight out of their ass and had a little help from a shoe from what I hear.
100% accurate. I'll go ahead and tell you, if you've never seen Magic before, watch that game. That pick was crazy. But for those of you who haven't seen it and don't know it, LSU was down. No. The game was tied with 2 minutes left in the game, and it was 3rd and 10. We were going to throw a pass, and we threw it short. It was only like a 4-yard pass. They made the tackle. Somebody in Florida got super excited, and during the tackle, I guess he had the guy's ankle and accidentally pulled his shoe off. Well, he was so excited, he took that shoe and he threw it 20 yards down the field. I kid you not. It is that basic. Honestly, I can't judge whether or not it was intentional. Like, F this guy's shoe, sucker. But it was. But it was literally like he made the tackle and he was like, "Yeah, let's go!" And he threw the LSU player's shoe 20 yards down the field. That would have been a 3-and-out, giving Florida the ball at a tie game to drive. Maybe they need 20 yards. And they can kick a field goal to win it, to go ahead. That penalty gave them a first down, which led to the game-winning drive.
And y'all ended with a 57-yard field goal.
Dog.
Beautifully kicked, if I do say so myself.
Yes. He dialed collect on that football, dude. It went straight.
It was straight as an arrow, man.
He probably could have kicked it from 63. Because he had it blew me away. But
it was impressive.
Obviously the shoe throw penalty gave them an opportunity to win it. But I will say this, as an LSU fan, the one thing I'm proud of, and the only thing I've been asking for all season, is to be competitive. Whether we win or lose, I don't want to get blown out. And if we had the chance, even if we lose, at least we put up a fight. Auburn wasn't a fight. We bent over and provided the spit. It was it was not competitive. All I've wanted is just be competitive. So last night, whether somebody's going to call that a fluke or Florida would have won because of the shoe toss, if LSU would have lost last night, I would have been just as happy with my team, knowing the fact that they had competitive chance because they played in order to hang around that game for the opportunity. That's all I'm happy with. So go Tigers, and if we can beat Ole Miss, we won't have a losing season.
So the best part of that for me was when the referee was giving the call on the mic, and he says unsportsmanlike conduct on, and he actually called the wrong
He
number.
called the wrong number.
But he said for throwing a shoe 20 yards down the field. I thought I was gonna die when I heard him say that.
You were like, what?
I can't believe he said that.
It was a trip.
That was great. I mean, all I could think about was the Austin Powers movie.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Yeah, when the bad guy comes in the hotel room and
Yes.
was throwing
Hits
the
him in the
shoe.
forehead with a shoe.
I jump.
Yes.
All right, guys. I think we're getting close to wrapping it up. Was there anything else y'all wanted to say tonight?
Stephen, when you going to preview the Christmas stuff episode? Yep.
So, well, everybody watching, we have been debating, and if y'all want to kick in the comments, let us know how you feel about it. We've been debating about doing a Christmas special that we'll probably record next Sunday and maybe release on the Wednesday before Christmas. A lot of people are going to be doing traveling the day before Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve night. So this will be a good opportunity for what listeners are out there for us to say, you know what? While I'm driving to go see family for the Christmas holiday, let me go ahead and listen to this podcast. So, just something special, talking about favorite Christmas foods and, what you typically fun things you typically do with your families for the holidays. Maybe the three of us will share stories or whatnot, but we've been debating on a special Christmas episode just to throw out a little more entertainment for y'all. So it'll be an extra little episode we throw out Wednesday night before Christmas. So other than that, I mean, I'm so happy for all the viewers that we have and the people that interact. I've been looking at comments and like, yo, people are really getting on there and like typing some stuff. I have a couple of people that have reached out to me and it's like, hey, the content's fun, the content's great. So we're happy to have all you viewers and it's fun to do it. So remember, we're Talks for the People. So y'all interact with us and it's for y'all. So you kick out an idea or you want to talk about something, we'll bring it up on the podcast. We'll call you out and say, hey, look, we such and such brought this up and we wanted to give a shout out. Thanks for interacting with us, and we'll talk about it and be goofy with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks everybody for the support and interacting with us. Yeah, really make it easy for us to, have stuff to talk about. Eventually, we're going to run out of stuff to talk about. So we always need, or well, probably not, but it'll be easier if y'all give us some stuff to talk about. So give it. As you can tell, we all have some very different opinions on things at times. So that's what makes it so much fun. But appreciate the interaction and the comments, and keep bringing them. We'll give you shout outs, and just hope everybody has a good week.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good week. Thank you for joining us again.
Peace.
Peace out.